Hi everyone, my name is Jasprit Kaur and this is my demonstration video for the NIT 5081 assignment. I will be walking through how I set up my VirtualBox environment, created the required encrypted files, scanned the Metasploitable machine, created a remote MSF session and then uploaded the files to it. So here this is the table of contents where we have introduction, environment setup, creating the target file, remote session setup and the conclusion at the end. Let's start with the introduction. The purpose of this assignment is to understand practical penetration testing concepts using the Metasploit framework MSF. So this lab environment uses the VirtualBox to host Kali Linux attacker and the Metasploitable target, stimulating a real-world penetration testing scenario. So here are the screenshots of my final lab work. First is the environment setup where I done installation of Kali Linux and Metasploitable, also the connectivity check between the both machines. So in the first screenshot, VirtualBox showing Kali and the Metasploitable running. So to begin, here you can see that both my machines, Kali Linux and Metasploitable, are running in the VirtualBox. These are the two systems required for this assignment. Kali is my attacker machine and Metasploitable is the vulnerable target. So in the second screenshot, which have the blue background, in this screenshot, I'm showing the connectivity test. I use the ping command from my Kali machine to ping the IP address of Metasploitable. As you can see, the replies are successful, which confirms both machines are on the same network and able to communicate. This step must be done before using Metasploitable. So in the next third screenshot, here in this screenshot, here I started working on task 2. In this screenshot, I used a asymmetric encryption to encrypt the required text, which was my name and student ID. The encrypted output was saved into a file called personaldata.txt. This file contains the ciphertext that will later be transferred to the Metasploitable machine. And later in this screenshot, the screenshot of like fourth one, the second screenshot of this page, in this screenshot I use the tool StigHide to hide my private key inside an image file. The final image is named secret.jpg. Stenography hides the private key inside the image without changing its appearance. This file also needs to be transferred later. So next in the upcoming screenshot number 5, this is the one. So here on this page we have three screenshots. I'm talking about the screenshot 1, which is by the sequence wise it's the fifth screenshot. Here you can see both files personal data.txt and secret.jpg stored inside my home directory in Kali Linux, exactly as the assignment instructions are required. So in the next screenshot here, screenshot number 2, in sequence wise it's a sixth one. I launched Metasploit framework using the MSF console command. This is the main tool I use to scan the Metasploitable machine and create a remote session. So in the third screenshot, which is the big in size, here in this screenshot I use the TCP port scanner module in Metasploit. I set the target IP address and ran the scan. You can see several open ports on the Metasploitable machine, including ports 21, 22, 23, 80, and 445. These open ports help identify which exploit can be used. So in the next screenshot number 8, um, so here, um, it's like exploit module selected and running. After identifying the open ports, I selected an exploit that matched one of the vulnerable services. Here you can see the exploit is running. I set the RHOST rows to the IP address of the metasploitable machine and executed the exploit. So in the next screenshot here, which are divided into two, uh, about the one, it's a successful meter preacher session created. In this screenshot you can see that the exploit was successful and Metasploit opened a meter preacher session. This means I now have remote access to Metasploit table. This is the main requirement for task 3. In the last screenshot of this page is about uploading personal data.txt. In this screenshot, I'm using the upload command inside the meter preacher session to transfer the first file personal data.txt to the metasploitable machine. The upload completed successfully. So here uploading secret dot jpg, and finally here is the upload of the second file secret dot jpg. This is also transferred successfully. Both required files have now been copied to the metasploitable system, completing the final task here in this screenshot. So in both screenshots it's talk like both the files have now been copied to the metasploitable system, completing the final task. So here in this last screenshot, to summarize, like I set up both machines in VirtualBox, confirmed network connectivity, created encrypted and stenography files, scanned for open ports using Metasploit, exploited a vulnerable service to gain a meter preacher session, and uploaded both required files to the target machine. This completes my demonstration for the both files. And now moving to the conclusion. So this lab successfully demonstrated about how to set up a penetration testing environment using VirtualBox, how to encrypt data and hide private keys using stenography, how to scan for open ports, establish remote session using Metasploit, and transfer files. So this assignment provided a practical understanding of real-world cybersecurity operations while adhering to ethical hacking powers. So, thank you for watching. Thanks a lot.